A question I've been asked a lot during this election is, what are the problems that people are facing here in Gorton and Denton? And when you go to answer that question, you realise the problems that people are facing here are the same all over the country. High energy bills, stagnant wages, no chance of getting on the housing ladder, exorbitant rent, high immigration, a health service that no longer works, litter everywhere, antisocial behaviour. I could go on and on. But I sometimes think the real problem right now is a lack of imagination. When things have been getting worse for so long, it's hard to imagine an alternative. And if we want to build a better country, we have to start by imagining it. Can you imagine a Britain with cheap energy? Energy so cheap that people didn't have to go cold in winter. Energy bills would become an afterthought, something you wouldn't even need to budget for. And with cheap energy, we could re-industrialize and start making things here again. Companies would sprout up all over the place, creating new, innovative technologies, turning their ideas into reality. This would create well-paid, meaningful jobs right here in places like Gorton and Denton. And how would we do this? We would nationalise the energy industry and stop allowing private companies to profit off such a vital public good. We would invest in nuclear and start making the most of our own oil and gas reserves. Britain could become an energy superpower. Can you imagine a Britain that was capable of building beautiful homes that didn't cost a fortune? Places where you'd be proud to raise a family. We all know we're in a housing crisis, but the truth is, most of our history has been a housing crisis. And we know how to fix it. We need a massive state house building program. We can't just nibble at the edges. We need whole new towns and cities. Places that would encourage people to move to them just to build them. And those new towns and cities, they would bring down housing costs and rent here in Gorton. Because it's not just Gorton's problem, it's the nation's problem. And the test for how successful any nation is should start with whether it's capable of housing its people. Can you imagine a truly united Britain? One where we weren't so divided on the issue of immigration. This would mean returning to sensible levels of immigration. It would mean not encouraging people to risk their lives to cross the channel. And it would mean training our young people up rather than relying on imported labour as a quick fix solution. We can accept the levels of polarisation in this country, or we can confront the issue and create an immigration system that works for all of us. Then we can figure out how we're going to live together and rediscover a shared sense of who we are. We have so many problems in our country right now, and we can complain about them, or we can start to fix them with a bit of imagination. Vote for the SDP on the 26th of February and join us as we rebuild Britain.